Welcome back, everyone. Which candidate holds the lead in the race for the White House, and do the runner-ups even stand a chance? Let's ask the editor of PoliticalDerby.com, Jason Wright. He joins me now live from D.C. Good morning to you, Jason.
Good morning, Gretchen.
All right, let's start with the GOP, and let's see if the horse race is tightening up at all. I believe we still have Giuliani. Oh, look at him polling way ahead of the pack.
Yeah, Rudy's doing very, very well right now. You know, Reagan was sort of the first Teflon president, and I think Rudy is starting to pick up some of those attributes for himself, despite some of these recent controversies and pretty widespread media coverage of them. He seems to be holding his own very, very well. Nothing seems to be sticking just yet. All right,
now you have Romney and McCain in a tie at number 2, or who has just a nose hair ahead of the other one?
I would have Romney just an inch ahead of McCain at this point. You know, McCain really needs to tune up the Straight Talk Express. We've been talking a lot about it on PoliticalDerby.com. Back in 2000, he was sort of the maverick, say anything, do anything, you know, buck convention candidate. And right now, he is the convention candidate. He has become the establishment. And I think he absolutely needs to get back to that mojo magic of 2000.
Mojo. All right, let's move on to the Dem horses, because Hillary is still in the lead. And actually, you have a different take on her Iraq position. A lot of Democrats are saying, you know, she was in agreement with the war and she should apologize for it, but you believe that her moderate opinions on Iraq will actually help her in the general election.
I absolutely do. In fact, I think this is a pretty savvy move on Hillary's part, and I think it's a bit of a calculated risk, but she's saying, I am so confident that I'm going to be the nominee of my party that I am preparing now to be a more centrist, moderate candidate in the general election. It is a risk, but I think it's pretty smooth on her part.
All right, you have Obama still in second, Edwards in third, but you believe Edwards has rebounded a bit?
I do. I think Edwards picked up a little bit of short-term momentum through this debate fiasco. You know, he sort of re-energized some of the netroots, the far left, that have been backing his candidacy, and at least for a little while it pushed his sort of, you know, Mall of America replica home off the headlines and gave him something else to talk about.
All right, what about Howard Dean in 08? There's been a few rumblings about that.
Yeah, I've gotten some email about that. You know, people talk about floating a trial balloon in politics all the time. I think in Dean's case, this is more like testing his party's gag reflex. I can't imagine there's anyone that really wants to see him run as early even as 2012. But it's been noted in the press that in 2016, he would still be younger than John McCain. So who knows?
Well, let's not start talking about 2016 yet. All right.
Oh, come on, Gretchen.
Right. Well, we're still excited about 08. Jason Wright, good to see you. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.
Help her in the general election.